This is drills for holding handstands. Have your girls lay flat on their stomachs, arms overhead. We're going to work on pulling ribs in. So she's going to press her armpits down to the floor and try to pull her ribs in off the floor, getting a hump in her upper back. Her hips press down, and as she does that, her toes come off the floor a little bit. Keep curling the toes, stretching the arms long. You don't want to get shrinking in the shoulders. Armpits down, hips down, ribs in. Then roll over on stomach or on back. She's going to pull her ribs in and press the backs of her hands down to the floor, squeezing butt so it comes off the floor. Hips up, toes pointing, ankles together. This is pressing hips the opposite direction. Keep pressing up, straight line. Good, then grab a TheraBand. They'll stand on the band and pull their arms up over their head and hold in that position. The band is pulling them down. Make sure their stomachs and core are staying long, ribs sucking in, armpits open, hips flat. Good. Then they'll get up on a beam. Start laying on their stomachs with a weight. Make sure the weight is an appropriate weight for them. If they can't lift their arms up to full range of motion covering their ears, it's too heavy. If you need to start with a foam block or a dowel, that's fine. They'll lift up, cover their ears, making a straight line, down and up. Make sure their legs are tight and feet are pointing, and then you can hold. Really work on that straight line. Good, then flip over. This is great for getting ribs in. They'll lay with arms overhead. Knees are bent so they can press their whole back to the beam. Ears stay covered. Notice her whole back is pressing flat, especially lower back. Then you can lower the weight and just relax so their shoulders open up. Stretch those shoulders. Try to have them keep their ribs in and back flat while they do this. Good, then we'll stand up. And hold the weight over their head. A lot of kids will open their shoulders and stick their butts out, but we want to really work flat hips. So shrugged up shoulders, no space between arms and ears. Stomach pulled in, hips flat, knees pressing backwards straight. Good, then we'll hop down off the beam. You can use a wall or block stacked up. And you can kick up to the handstand. For lower level kids, this is good for them to figure out where vertical is and not kicking short. You want to have them put their chest on the wall and try to pull their feet off the wall to really work that straight line. They can also climb up like a Spider-Man into the handstand. Come down. As they get more advanced, you want to use a lower mat. Some of these you'll have to climb up to though. Crawl up to the handstand. This is just supporting her arms, so she's in charge of keeping her stomach tight now. Legs are tight, feet are pointed. Keep trying to pull ribs in. Good. Once they can hold these two, then you can put on a beam. The first step would be to use a barrel or some sort of a mat that they can balance against. Good. Her hips stay nice and flat, butt's tight. Good. And then you can move on to regular handstand holds on the beam.